I'm Savannah from Hey Wanderer. My best friend Casey is behind the camera right now, and this is our shed that we have officially moved into. It is not complete. We are going to give you a tour of how we're living in it right now. We've been living off-grid for 6 months now, and we actually started out living in our friend's camper on our land, which is still here, but we officially have moved out of the camper and into the shed. We're doing a lot of other projects. We are doing gardening things, solar things, but today we're just gonna kind of show you a tour of what's going on in our shed to home conversion. So first things first, we have this awning that we built onto our shed. It's actually a solution to stop water from going into the door. If you've read anything about shed to home conversions, you know that the overhang on a shed is a lot smaller than what a house might be. And so when you add like a door on the side, that causes problems. So we built this to prevent that water from coming in. And we also made it sturdy enough so we can hang our hammocks on either side. The hammocks are something that we really love. We had these at our old house. They're chairs, super comfortable, just really nice place to hang, just like sit and hang out and enjoy nature. Also a place where we can hang pretty things like these plant hangers. We planted these flower pots just to have a little color in early spring because everything is brown here. We don't have grass yet, but it's been really nice to have this really pretty you know, colorful place to hang out and enjoy everything outside. We also have this Mr. Boot Cleaner, and this is very essential. I don't need this right now, but it's very essential when you live in a place where there's not grass or you're kind of turning a piece of raw land into your house while also living here. That's very important for us to get our feet clean, our shoes clean, and dry before going into the house. Without further ado, let's go inside. All right. So this is our kitchen area, and it's very makeshift. As you can see, we do not have insulation or walls or anything like that, so we are definitely having to do that stuff while living in here, which is interesting, but we still have to have a place to cook. So we have this whole section is our kitchen, if you will. All the way over here, this is our insulation. So that is on the to-do list, but we have our trash can, we have dog food containers back here, and then the cooler is where we are keeping drinks and ice. So if you want ice in your drink or you want to keep your drinks cold, that's what we're doing with the cooler. As you can see, we have a mini fridge, so we don't have like a freezer or a lot of space to keep drinks in there. And when you're working outside and really hot during the day, you want a cold drink. And that blue container back there, that is what we fetch water in, and we pour it into our Berkey. And so everything we drink and cook with is filtered through this. And of course, our little mini fridge, it's always something falling out of here. But that's that. And then I'm not going to go through this entire shelf, but from about here up is where we keep food things, because if we didn't, the dogs would get into it. And then we just down here, we've got our Jackery, which is how we power things in this house. And our internet is down there. So we've kind of got this crazy cord situation going on down there. Our hope is to be able to wire the house, and even before having everything completely finished, be able to use electrical outlets and things like that. But for now, we have to plug everything into the Jackery, and so sometimes that means we have cords going all over the house, which is annoying. But the Jackery is plugged into solar panels outside, which I have a video about how we set that up, and I'll link to it, I think, here. But when there's not sun or it's night and we need a charge, we'll turn the generator on and charge the Jackery, and also run some things off of the generator. Our generator is really far away from the house outside. It's back like behind our bathroom. So we can actually hear it It's not a quiet generator because it's an open frame one, but we have a cord that comes all the way in here so that it can be far away for safety reasons. Don't operate them inside. PSA. And then over here is our cooking cart. We got this cart at Harbor Freight, and I don't even remember how much it was, but it seemed like a good solution to be able to have a place to cook your food. And we're just using this Coleman, it's a butane stove, and it's actually something we had for camping, so we just use that in here. Have our pans up here, cast iron, and this one's carbon steel. These are all cast iron, which is just stuff we've already had. And yeah, we just have like all our little things here. This gets used a lot. It's a very important part of the kitchen. Boiling water for lots of different things. And then just more things down here for serving food and making coffee and that kind of stuff. And then the last thing in the kitchen is this table. So this table we got off of Facebook Marketplace for, I think the whole with the 2 chairs was $75 or maybe $50. I'm not exactly sure. We got it a while ago, but it's the perfect size for 2 people to sit here. If we wanted to have people over, we could move it into the middle of the room and have 2 chairs on the ends. So that's nice, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. And we actually just now, a couple days ago, got this cleaned off for the first time because the jackery used to live on here with a lot of cord things. But now it's clear and we can eat meals here, and it's been really nice to have a place just for that, just for eating.
Hi, I'm Casey, and I'm going to give you a tour of the rest of our house. So this is our door to the back. We will eventually build an awning similar to the one that was at the front of the house. We're actually kind of toying with the idea of making a larger platform so we could maybe, you know, cook out there or do yoga out there, have dinners out there. But you know, the cost of wood is outrageous. So anyway, all that's up in the air, but we have to get an awning. We have the same problem that we have in the front door with the rain leaking in. So we definitely have to get an awning no matter what. Okay, and so basically, you know, we've divided the whole space into thirds essentially. So, you know, you've got the kitchen third that Savannah just showed you. And then we have the living space. So we initially had a much smaller stove because we were initially going to have an even smaller space to live in at first. We upgraded pretty quickly to this stove and we have loved it. Even without insulation, we were able to get this space pretty warm. So that was really nice. And then this ottoman probably won't stay. We're not sure. It's definitely going to get covered if it does stay. The kind of one benefit of living in your unfinished home is that we do get to spend time in here and figure out things that we thought would work actually don't work, and before anything is permanent. You know, we got this at Goodwill for $5, yeah. This chair was actually something that was in my old room in our old house. That's going to get recovered. And then the star of the show is this huge picture window, which we were very lucky to have stored in our basement at our old house. And we just put it in, and it's very lovely. It lets a ton of light in. The last feature of our living room is our TV, which is obviously on a temporary shelf. So yes, this is definitely just a temporary solution. We just, you know, needed a space to put the TV. So the plan is to get one of those swivel attachments to the wall so we can kind of angle it. The person sitting here on the couch can see the TV great, and honestly, I'm the one that sits on that side of the couch. I can see it pretty fine, but it would be nice to just be able to kind of angle it here just a little bit more. But this is really the only place to put a TV. But it actually has been working out great. So this brings me to the last third of our tiny home, which is our bedroom. This is Savannah's bed, and this is my bed. The long-term plan is that we will put a wall up, and then this will be someone's full bedroom. We could upgrade to having our own queen bed, and then we'll have an addition, which will have a bedroom, and then a small bathroom, because our bathroom is outside in a whole nother building. So the addition will let us have our own bedrooms, but right now we're living dorm style. But it's actually it's really not that bad. So we just have like clothing stored here, laundry basket, our shared closet, and then we have a ton of storage under our beds. We just have, you know, like buckets for shoes and stuff like that. And this over here is what our headboards are going to be. It's a king headboard. We're going to split into two and make us have our own headboards. And you might be wondering why there is just random pieces of insulation on the wall. Well, we at first were like, this is the only part of the house that wasn't going to need to be wired. However, we've changed our wiring plans. Our solar shed is actually going to be in a totally different location. So wires are actually going to have to come through over here. So that's going to have to go. We also hope to, we've kind of gone back and forth. Our plans could change. That seems to be the theme of this whole project. But we've talked about making an attic up here. We've also talked about just making an open loft space that we could store things in. But we like it to be as open as possible, but also maybe in just the bedroom, you know, to have storage. We've talked about even doing it over in the kitchen. Who knows? As you can see, there's really not a ton of places to have storage, so we might just have it open in the living room area. We will see. And we've been back and forth about putting a wall here now for even when we just have this bedroom. We're definitely going to have one up when it's someone's personal bedroom. We just kind of go back and forth because I feel like it's going to be cramped if we have a wall here and we're both in this room. But that does allow for more storage opportunities. You can hang things on the wall on both sides if you have a wall. And Savannah also not only thinks we could have more storage, but she also wants to be able to shut the door. Well, and just not have our room out in the open. And, you know, we can put the dogs in here and shut the door when people come over, just because some of them are a little jumpy. So there's definitely some benefits to having a wall. I'm team no wall. She's team wall. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's definitely going to eventually be a wall, but we have no idea how long it will be before we can do the addition. Because if you didn't know, if this is your first video watching of ours, we moved on to 5 acres of raw land. So this process, if you have been following along, you have heard us talk about for months how we need to insulate and do the electrical and do the drywall. But there's a million projects. There was absolutely nothing on the land. And so we've built a separate house, a separate building for the bathroom. And, you know, we're gardening, we're putting infrastructures, things in, you know, we need to put a fence up. There's just a million things when you live on raw land, specifically if you're going off grid and you're not just like getting someone to hook up your water and getting someone to hook up your electricity. You've got to do it all. So we constantly are reprioritizing because something is always changing, or you can't get the product in that you thought that you needed to get this project. So you're like, well, I got to move on to something else. So we're just constantly kind of going with the flow, and sometimes we just want to plant pretty flowers, you know, because we've been staring at a dirt patch for months. I think people kind of look at how we're living and think and ask questions like, how long are you going to do this? Or think we're nuts, but I know it sounds crazy, but it really doesn't feel like we're giving up a lot. We have really enjoyed living like this, and you know, we went from a 2,000 square foot house to about 360 square feet. So obviously we've got a lot of work to do. If you like this content, if you want to see how this is going to be updated, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. If you have been following along, we really appreciate you. We upload a video every Sunday. Sometimes we're really hoping to do at least another video midweek, but that's not always easy to pull off. But thank you for watching. Have a lovely Easter.